In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact testing and scaling strategy that you can deploy for your e-commerce brand to grow from zero all the way through to $1,000 a day. And I'm actually going to show you exactly how I do it inside of one of my ad accounts that's live right now. Let's get straight into it. So as you can see, this is our testing brand. We basically test a ton of products for our clients before we hand them over. And by the way, if you're new to the channel, my name is Matt. I own thebusinessbuilders.com. We basically start and sell e-commerce brands, guaranteeing people get to $10,000 in revenue. And this is exactly how we do it. We actually test the products in advance. Now you can see just yesterday, we did $1,000 in revenue, and it's all thanks to finding the right products, but also having the right advertising strategy. So let me break down exactly how we do it. So step one, we want to do interest testing. So what I do is I actually already have my creatives ready, I already have my ad copy and my landing pages ready, and we can cover that exactly how to do that on another video. But essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Meta and I want to go to ads, and then I want to go click create. And then from here, what I want to do is I want to have 10 ad sets. Now, what I'm going to do is under these 10 ad sets, I'm going to click duplicate and then I'm going to go 10. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split test interests. Okay. So I'm going to get out of here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click all of them. And then I'm going to go here and then I'm going to select targeting. Okay. So I'm going to keep scrolling until you see the targeting option. And we can go detail targeting. Okay. So from here, what I want to do is under each ad set, I've got the same creatives, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to target different interests. So if, for example, it's an ab trainer, for example, I'm going to go and target people that are into fitness. So I'm going to go strength training and then I'm going to go CrossFit. Okay. So I'm going to get this one out and I'm going to place this interest into the next ad set. Okay, so I'm going to go there and I'm just going to get rid of the bracket. For some reason, it doesn't like the bracket stuff. So I'm just going to get rid of that. Cherry, and now I've got that. And now I can pick physical fitness for the next ad set. So I'm going to go open that. I'm going to go physical fitness. Okay. And so I'm going to keep going until I have 10 ad sets with relevant interests. Now, interest targeting is very debatable. People always say, oh, it's redundant. It's no longer working. I can definitely say that it's working. I'm going to show you inside of one of the ad accounts that's working right now as well. Okay, but let me share with you the theory before I show you a live example. Okay, so basically from here, I'm going to have all these different interests bucketed into ad sets. Okay, so I'm going to go interest, then I'm going to interest 2, and I'm going to interest 3. And if you're like, oh, what do I pick for an interest? What you can do is you can just go to ChatGPT and type in, give me 10 interests relevant to an ab trainer in Meta. And then I'm going to go like that. And then it's going to give me some really nice interests to target. So I can actually target these. So I'm going to name the ad set after the actual creative. I'm going to name the ad set after the interest that I'm targeting. I'm going to name the ad set after the interest that I'm targeting. Okay. And so the end product will be something like this. I'm going to show you a really good example of one of the products that we're doing this with. Okay. And let's go through to this one. And so you can see here, we've spent $850 inside of this, and we've been testing frozen food, organic food, natural food, we've tried running, healthy diet, personal care. We even did open targeting. And so you can see we've gotten a variety of results here. So you can see frozen food has gotten a 2.7x ROAS, and you can see we've gotten 7 purchases. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is this, I know for a fact is very profitable. Okay, so what I generally do, if I go to maximum data, you can see that some other ad sets like open didn't really perform very well, 0.87x ROAS. So it didn't really perform well, so I'm going to kill it. This one, MyFitnessPal, we spent $10, absolutely no results, so we killed it. Okay, so we're going to continue killing ad sets that don't perform, but keep the ones that do perform. Now that we've got a selection of ones that perform, all right, I've got this one, for example. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click duplicate, and I'm going to separate the winning creative with the winning interest and targeting into its own campaign for scaling. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to click duplicate original settings, and I'm going to click duplicate again. And before you do that, you want to make sure that you're actually targeting the right country. So you can see here, I'm only targeting the US, but if you're targeting all these different countries, you want to exclude them from your scaling campaign. So let's go here. We're going to go by gender. Let's see which gender. 1, We can see females have won. We're getting purchases at $15, 2.8, which is awesome. Then let's go by age. Okay, so you can see it's a pretty broad range of ages that are actually purchasing. So I'm going to leave that open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click duplicate, and then I'm going to go to original settings and then duplicate again with a new campaign. So I'm going to call this CBO interest scaling. And I'm going to select whatever creatives, creative, 1 and 2 maybe, or if it's only one creative, I recommend just doing one creative is my preference. And then I would select the age optimization and the gender optimization here. So I'm going to be putting all that information here. Then for real, I'll click duplicate. And once I've got this duplicated out, I'm going to create 3 separate ad sets with the same information. Now, make sure that if you're going to make any adjustments, you're going to want to do that now. So if you're splitting by gender and by age, you're going to want to do that all here. Okay. So if you're finding that, 18 to 24 are performing the best, which they never do, by the way, you want to be able to split them out. Okay. So you also want to make sure that interest is there and everything is looking good. You're targeting the right country and everything is looking very, very good. So from here, what you want to do is click duplicate, and you want to duplicate it 3 times. For some reason, I don't know the reason why, to be completely honest with you, some ad sets work really well and some don't. I hypothesize that it's actually a bucket of people that Facebook is actually targeting for you, and some work well, some don't. And I'm going to show you this in a live example. So I've actually done this already, and you can see here I've got frozen food, okay, that I've been targeting. And if I open up frozen food and I go to maximum data, so look at these white ones. If I go maximum, you can see that we spent $175 in this ad set, $175, and we only got 1 purchase. And it's kind of the same thing with here. We spent $48, 1 purchase, 1x ROAS, 0.25x ROAS, no good. If you only did 1 ad set, it wouldn't have worked. But you can see here, this last ad set, we spent almost $600. We've gotten a 1.8x ROAS, and we've spent $596, and we've generated purchases at $24. And that's almost a 2x ROAS because we're generating $1,095. So you can see if I pick any random day, like yesterday, we've gotten 7 purchases at a 2.71x ROAS, which is very, very profitable. This is why it's so important to split it out into 3 ad sets. Okay, so let me just summarize exactly what we've covered. Step 1, we want to launch 1 ABO, okay, which is budget at the ad set level for $10 each, targeting all your creatives in each ad set, but splitting it by interest. So you want to have 10 separate interests inside of them. The next thing you want to do is once you're ready to start bumping budgets and start making more money, you found a proven interest group and a proven creative, you want to split that into its own scaling campaign. Okay, so this is the one that I was referring to, and you want to split it into 3 ad sets. The 3 ad sets so that we have more opportunities to find a winning combination, a winning audience. Okay. So I've done that just then. And just yesterday, I believe we've just launched our next one. And I think the same thing is happening. So you can see I've launched 3 ad sets. So this is ad set 1, and we spent $52, no purchases, no good. We've launched another ad set. We spent $27. We've gotten 2 purchases at a 3.2x ROAS, which is really good. And then this other ad set, we spent $18, and you can see we've gotten just a few add to carts, but no purchases just yet. Okay. This is a really, really good example of how to scale. Now we would start at $100 a day, and then you can continually bump every 2 to 5 days that is profitable by 20%. I've tried to do like big bumps, like 100 to 150 to 200 to 500. Those kind of bumps, for some reason for me, and this is just my personal experience, it hasn't been working well. So I found stopping it and going a little bit slower ends up allowing me to go a lot faster in the long run. Okay, just food for thought. So this is my entire ad scaling strategy. Now, a lot of people are like, what about the automated version? Now, I'm going to show you how the performance went for the automated version of the same thing, okay? So this is our campaign budget optimization, and we've just done broad targeting, okay? And so you can see here, we spent $575, we made 13 purchases, but it was a 1.24x ROAS, which is not profitable for me at all, okay? So it looks like interest targeting won this battle. Now, sometimes the broad targeting, the no interest targeting version works really well. My recommendation is don't decide between the both of them, do both. Run $100 each for the first 2 to 3 days. Now, you're not going to do that for a whole month and spend, $3,000 or whatever. You want to do both for the beginning and find what works and kill what doesn't. Instead of thinking about which option to go down, you want to just try both and see what works. always trying new things is going to help you, expand your advertising, expand your brand, and allowed me to get to $1,000 a day very quickly, all through this strategy. Hey, I hope you found this video helpful. If you do have a question, comment down below and I'm more than happy to answer your advertising questions. But if you are looking to start an e-commerce brand, guaranteed to hit $10,000 a month in the next 30 days, then click the link below and it'll take you to a free video that will show you exactly how we guarantee your success or your money back. But if not, I'll see you in the next video.